Seth Lugo, the righty for the Royals. You see no record so far, the 5.40 ERA and 2.50 opponent average. For Dean Kramer, looking for a little revenge. Again, the Orioles, it's been fresh in their minds that this was the team that they ultimately fell short to in the wild card last year. Dean has been on a roll as of late, picking up 5 wins in his last several outings.
We just love that he's here. Gunnar Henderson is back after missing the first 7 games of the year with an intercostal strain, and the Orioles are going to be much better for it.
Line right to Junior. 107 off the bat. And even Junior said, wow.
That's a scorcher. And your hope, oh, did you see him put his hand out there? Ooh, that would have been bad. Well, look, you hope you catch that in the pocket. Yeah, you don't want any palm on that catch there at 107. That would really sting.
And then Rutschman just softly floats one out to center. A lot less harder than Gunnar, but placed it a lot more neatly for a base hit.
Like these swings, man, trying to take it. And this has to be the approach against Seth Lugo.
Looking for a ground ball. Instead, a little popper out into center field, and Isbell tracking it. The wind pushes it. Isbell makes the play, and that is out number 2. Lugo's next pitch. High fly ball, well struck, deep right center field. And on the move is Melendez to make the play. And boy, did the wind knock that down. Woo. No score first inning. Bobby Witt Jr. hits a chopper to third, and it's a fair ball. Tough play and no play at first. Safe at first. Westberg doing all he could, but Witt just too fast. Salvi is in 24 at bats, 5 hits, home run, 3 driven in.
Oh, out over the plate. High and deep to left. Kerstad. And he misplayed it.
And here comes Witt to score, and Perez ends up at second base.
It is a very gray sky, the kind of sky that might blend in with a rubbed up baseball. And Kerstad appeared to be on it. And in the last moment, he let his center fielder Mullins and everyone else know that he didn't see it.
That's a leadoff walk for Ryan O'Hearn.
And a lot of his misses were arm side, meaning that he was missing inside to righties and away from lefties.
O'Neill left side. That's a fair ball on a base hit. Tyler O'Neill will try to turn it into 2. O'Hearn gets a stop sign at third. O'Hearn and O'Neill, the first 2 Orioles reach here in the second.
And the Orioles down a run here, 1-0. Have second and third and nobody out.
And he grounds this through the left side. That base hit will tie the game. O'Neill will come home. The throw is offline, but the tag from Perez is there for a lunging out. O'Neill went in standing, and India's wild throw is saved by his captain catcher.
At 34 years old, watch this play right here. It doesn't get any better than this. Short hop, picks it, dives back, and somehow gets O'Neill, it looked like on the hip.
At second base now with 1 out. Here's Mountcastle. Chop to third base. It backs up Garcia. He has a long throw to first, and it gets right by Pasquantino. And coming home to score is Heston Kjerstad. And Mountcastle ends up at second base on the error by the third baseman for Kansas City. Well, the conditions today are tough, particularly on bounding balls to infielders. It's a very slick, wet surface. It's an E5.
Lugo to the first baseman Pasquantino for the first away.
The 0-2. Fastball knee high, called strike 3. Lugo sped him up, and he gets his first strikeout of the night. 2 gone in the third.
And Mullins strokes this ball the other way. Opposite field for Sed. He'll try to turn this into 2. He'll do so easily in his second career start, the cleanup spot. Mullins strokes a double.
Here's the pitch. Fastball grounded softly toward third base. Garcia scoops it up, tosses to first, on target and in time to get O'Hearn and end the inning. So Seth Lugo gets a strikeout, allows a 2-out double, and then a broken back grounder to end a scoreless third.
All outs to the outfield, but that's 3 up, 3 down. A very nice inning for Dean Kramer. And the Orioles, after 3, lead Kansas City 2-1.
And he's on at first with 1 out for Ryan Mountcastle. Mountcastle rolls it toward third base. Garcia scoops it up over to second for 1. Massey's relay to first in time for 2. It's an inning-ending double play. And Seth Lugo faces the minimum in the top of the 4th inning.
Dean Kramer's retired 7 straight.
On the ground to short, and Henderson was playing it aggressively, and the ball goes up his left arm and into center field.
So twice now, Salvi's reached base tonight because of Orioles' defensive miscues. And this time it goes into the books as an error. The 1-2. Biggio loops it shallow right field. O'Neill has to play it on a bounce. That's a base hit. Salvi goes to second. Biggio's on at first. First and second with one out for Michael Garcia.
And now here comes Brandon Hyde and the Orioles trainer Scott Behringer. Well, Dean grimaced just a little bit. I don't know if he was aggravated about the pitch or he heard something. He said, "I'm fine." I think he was just frustrated himself. Didn't execute that ball like he wanted to. That ball kind of backed up. You see, he did snap his arm and grimaced a little bit right there.
Kramer delivers. And it's in the dirt and skips away from Rutschman all the way to the backstop. Salvi's to third, Biggio's to second on the wild pitch. That was a splitter that slipped out of Kramer's hands. And so now there's two in scoring position. The payoff pitch. Fastball bounce back up the middle, base hit into center field. Salvi's in to score. Biggio rounds third. Mullins throw cut off. Biggio slides in safely. Michael Garcia flipped the bat. He's at second base. He's given the Royals the lead. A two-run single for Garcia, and it's 3-2 in the bottom of the fourth.
Here's Gunnar. He had 2 home runs in his 5 rehab games for AAA Norfolk.
0 for 2 tonight, and a swing and a miss, and a good breaking ball from the right-hander Lugo.
Big uppercut swing there by Gunnar. He's down on strikes for out number 2.
The pitch and a swing and a high fly ball. Center field. Isbell back a few paces now. He'll come in battling that wind and the elements. He'll make the catch in a 1-2-3 inning for Seth Lugo. Middle of the 5th inning. Royals lead it 3-2.
It's first and second with just 1 out, and Dean's in trouble. And here comes Brandon Hyde.
And there's some concern here, Brett, because the way that some of these players are moving, Westberg was just trying to move around in the mud after that one. They're conscious. They're trying not to get hurt on a very, very slick surface.
It's a 3-2 Kansas City lead. Pitching change here at Kauffman Stadium.
First pitch to Canna, blistered to short. Nice pick by Gunnar, and Gregory Soto does a great job. A little fire extinguishing in the 5th.
Another 1-2. Westberg lines it right back to Lugo, who snares it near his left hip. All reaction from the Gold Glover. And there's 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Even if Lugo hadn't gotten a glove on it, Massey was well positioned up the middle. Would have been right at Michael Massey, in fact, but Lugo's leather was there first. First pitch to Ryan O'Hearn. Rolled up the first base line, a fair ball. Vinny scoops it up and steps in the bag. O'Hearn's out, and that ends the inning.
So Seth Lugo's night is done. Quality start. Job well done.
Right now, Cino's taking the tongue depressor
They can't get a grip.
and trying to get the mud out of his spikes. His velocity is definitely down, so I'm not sure if that's what alerted Drew French, the Orioles pitching coach, and Chris Poole, the Orioles trainer.
Garcia will bat with the runner at second, 1 out. Royals lead 3-2.
That's a fair ball. And Michael Garcia has driven in 3. And the Royals lead by 2 in the bottom of the 8th.
He's now got 5 straight games with an extra base hit.
Baltimore continues to wobble defensively.
Get a good bunt down and a run's going to score. And Isbell gets the bunt down. It's bunted hard and safe at home plate.
And the Royals now have a big advantage here in the 8th inning.
Bases loaded, 2 down. The Royals have 2 in the 8th for a 3-run lead. And Vinny bloops it up the line. Long run. It is fair. 2 runs are home. The throw went to second base. And Junior scores from first on a 2-out, 3-run single for Vinny Pasquantino.
Mullins to second base, but now they're 2 away.
And O'Neill strikes out. So Stratton gets the final 3 outs. Michael Garcia had a couple of big hits. Vinny Pasquantino had a 3-run single. And the Royals held the Baltimore Orioles to 2 runs on 6 hits for a win to begin the homestand.